Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. The author of all things watches over me, and I have a fine horse. Kiss little Frankie for me and pinch Violet's cheek. Their papa's death will soon be avenged.
Justice or vengeance? That's the question in True Grit, Joel and Ethan Coen's remake of the 1969 John Wayne Western. In search of her father's killer, young Mattie Ross, played by Hailee Steinfeld, recruits the marshal with the meanest reputation, Jeff Bridges' Rooster Cogburn. Known for shooting first and asking questions later, Rooster takes the Levitical command of an eye for an eye beyond the bounds of justice and into the realm of revenge. I'm Josh Larson, editor and film critic over at thinkchristian.net. True Grit is the final film in our series on the movies of Joel and Ethan Coen, which we've been considering within an Old Testament, New Testament framework. Are Rooster and Mattie tools of God's justice, as righteously represented by the law in the Old Testament, or are they seeking something more akin to cold-blooded revenge? Might they discover a different path on this particular journey? Let's take a look. True Grit is littered with corpses, from the opening image of Mattie's slain father to the bodies in the town's mortuary, where Mattie sleeps when she has nowhere to go. Mattie witnesses a hanging in town, a horrible event, a cruel distortion of justice into vengeance, that is echoed later when she and Rooster encounter a body hung from a tree. The valley of the shadow of death, indeed. None of this deters Mattie from her mission. In fact, the danger only seems to embolden her, desensitize her. When Rooster suggests they team up with Matt Damon's Texas Ranger to catch her father's killer and let the Ranger take him to be tried in Texas, she'll have none of it.
I did not want him brought to Texas to have a Texas punishment administered for a Texas crime. That was not our agreement.
What you want is to have him caught and punished.
I want him to know that he is being punished for killing my father.
Well, you can let him know that. You can tell him to his face. You can spit on him, make him eat sand out of the road. I will hold him down. Or if you want, I'll flay the flesh off the soles of his feet. Find you an Indian pepper you can rub into the wound. Isn't that $100 value?
No, it is not. When I have bought and paid for something, I will have my way. Why do you think I'm paying you if not to have my way?
Eventually, Mattie gets her prize. Tom Chaney, her father's killer, played by Josh Brolin. She even finds herself behind the trigger, judge, jury, and executioner. But in this death there is no victory, as the kickback from the gun sends her tumbling back into a pit filled with venomous snakes. The moment of triumphant vengeance is undercut, and Mattie is left in a grave, looking up at life. Death only leads to more death. But this isn't where True Grit leaves us, with a distorted understanding of Old Testament scorekeeping. What follows is one of the most transcendental sequences in the Coen brothers' filmography, as Rooster races the snake-bitten Mattie toward help. Delirious from the venom, Mattie is still stuck in the poisonous cycle of revenge. She thinks they're still in pursuit of Chaney, even saying at one point he's getting away. But Rooster is experiencing something different. Unlike the trails he's previously gone down, this time life is the goal, not death and damnation. Rooster's realization is bolstered by what has been an ongoing musical motif throughout the movie, composer Carter Burwell's instrumental interpretation of Leaning on the Everlasting Arms.
We must stop. Little Blackie is played out.
We're miles yet. Come on, you!
An unironic gospel hymn, one that reminds us of a Savior who taught us to turn the other cheek rather than seek an eye for an eye. You better believe I see True Grit as a New Testament film. But what do you think? Is there a way to read it as an Old Testament movie? We'll discuss when we get together for our next virtual gathering of the TC Movie Club. That will take place at 2 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, March 27. Yep, Oscar Sunday. Start your movie celebration early by spending an hour with us. Club members will receive an official invite and link via email. And if you haven't joined the TC Movie Club yet but want to participate, or are coming to this video late and want to be part of future Movie Club offerings, you can do that at thinkchristian.net/movie club. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on March 27.
Look here, I need a pony and I will pay $10 for one of them.
No, that's a lot price. No, wait a minute. Are we trading again?